So this is a very quick introduction to our email service. So firstly, to understand what we are trying to do in the market, what exactly is required of an email service? Does an email service need to be complex? Does it need to have support, or should it be unsupported? Should it be expensive? And exactly for what are you running your business? Now, what we have seen is that about 50 to 75% of users in companies do not need online meetings. They don't need any collaboration. They don't even need file storage. So, examples of such users include branch office staff, service staff, field project staff, trainees, on-site contractors, and so on. Then why exactly do you pay for these features for all these users when they are not using it? So what if you can have an email service where your outgoing mail is delivered to the recipient's inbox, protects you from security threats, protects you from court cases, and gives you full support where you can simply call and talk to a human support in just a few minutes. And it is very economical. Is such a service available? Yes, it is available from us. So these are some of our more well-known customers across various business verticals all over India and some abroad also. These are some of the countries where our services are available and are being used. So what are the customer concerns in India? Security, of course, is a global concern, and everybody is worried about ransomware attacks and also about fraudulent mails, which could lead to financial losses. We keep reading about all these in the papers. Then, of course, in India, what is different is the malicious actions by staff. So we have repeatedly heard from customers that employees steal data, leak data to competition. And also, repeatedly we have heard that staff maliciously delete the data when they are leaving the job. And overall, companies would like to reduce IT complexity. And what happens with complexity is that the cost increases and the skills required to manage complex applications and software is much higher. And therefore, the cost is higher. The replacement of such skills is very difficult. And overall, companies would like to uh, curb or reduce IT costs because all this cloud was supposed to reduce costs for people, but companies are finding that instead of reducing costs, their uh, ongoing recurring costs are increasing. So quickly, what are the features of our service? So one is it's a service suite. So apart from email, we've got file storage also, which is something like Google Drive or Dropbox. We also have a simple SFTP and web accessible storage, which is built into the plan. There's no extra charge for that. We have email archival, which is very important for our customers. And email archival means one copy of all incoming and outgoing mail is automatically sent to the archive, which is a separate storage. And so it's an independent copy. You've got policy support, so you can decide who can send mail where, who can receive mail from where. We've got strong spam filtering. Our spam filters are really strong, and we've got some extra security features also. And our service can work in hybrid mode with both Google and Microsoft. And this can result in huge savings. Hybrid service basically means that with the same domain name, you can have some users on Google or Microsoft and some on our service. So this is one success story. AccuLife Healthcare, a pharma company of the Nirma Group in Ahmedabad. So they have gone hybrid with Office 365. They wanted an economical service. They've got a very small IT team and they wanted the IT team's effort to be reduced. They are into exports also, so they are audited by their overseas customers. They have to pass various IT security requirements. So they wanted various security related features, including password policies, GeoIP restrictions, and IP-based access restrictions, all of which we have. This is a construction company. They are hybrid with Office 365. They've got about 700 users on our service and about 300 on Office 365, resulting in savings of about 35 lakhs per year. And this is a relatively smaller company, Rainbow Packaging in Uttarakhand. They are into a lot of design. They do a lot of designs in the packaging and all. So they wanted protection against design theft. So we have locked their access, email access for all their staff to the Office public IP. So this was the quick presentation on the service. Let us now look at the features. Okay, the first is that we have full support for all the protocols, that is IMAP, POP3, and SMTP. And apart from that, we have got a webmail interface also. All of them come with proper certificate. So it means that you can connect to our service and access your mail with any standards compliant client on any of the platforms. I mentioned about archiving, where one independent copy of all incoming and outgoing mail is saved in a separate area. So that means you can refer to any old mail when employees leave. We can restore mailbox in case of a loss or crash. Okay, and many places, the management is using archive to monitor email for response quality and to see what's happening. We can give a flexible architecture. So some companies have opted for cloud email with optional, I mean, with in-office archiving. So they just put a system with a large amount of storage in their office, and that is where the archives are stored. So like, 6 TB, 8 TB hard disk they have. And so at a very low cost, they get long-term archives, which are stored in their office itself. Incidentally, our service is also available with a completely on-premise architecture. So we can set it up in your office or in your private data center. So we've got all these productivity features like email filters, forwards, and vacation messages. As I said, our spam filtering is really strong. Okay, and we've had companies who have migrated from Google to our service, and they really don't have any complaints about spam. We've got this facility of caution message for mails which are coming from external domains. So on top, you'll get a message in red that this message has come from an external domain. So this warns the users that it's not an internal mail, it's come from outside actually. We've got support for security standards, DKIM, DMARC, and SPF. Our mailbox storage is on RAID 5 or generally, or RAID 1 or RAID 10, and we are shortly moving to a RAID 6 file system on all our mailbox storage servers. RAID 6 has the benefit that it can recover from the loss of even 2 hard disks in the array. The service comes with an SFTP and web accessible file storage. So users can log into this with their same email ID and password. It comes automatically for all the users on our service. There's no extra charge for this, but the storage is included in the same space. We've got features like two-factor authentication. So the two-factor authentication is based on an SMS OTP, and it will work even for email clients. We've got GeoIP restrictions, so you can restrict the access to the country. And you can give multiple countries also for people who travel. You've got policy support. So you can restrict people from sending mail outside. You can restrict people from receiving mail outside. And this is selective. You can create any number of policies and apply it to different users. You can also restrict access, again, selectively for some users, to certain IPs. So what you can do is if you've got a office internet connection with a static IP address, you can restrict certain users to access their email box only from that particular IP address, which means from your office. And you can have multiple IPs also at different locations, and you can restrict access to those respective users from those IPs. Our service can work in hybrid mode with both Google and Microsoft. So as I said, the same domain name with IDs on both the services. Okay. So this works very well. It can result in huge cost savings. And all this domain routing, email routing, management, and everything can be done in our admin front end. So we've got a web-mail interface, which is quite nice to look at and works very well. So we've got a groupware module also with shared calendars, it has got shared address books and all. And you can also sync with the mobile using the CalDAV protocol. We can authenticate against Active Directory using the LDAP protocol. So larger companies may have an Active Directory service running where they already create their users and users log into various applications with the same Active Directory credentials. So we can also authenticate against Active Directory. So we've got our own admin application, which has got facilities like import and export mailbox data. You can do connector management, for hybrid setups. You can view logs of emails. You can black and white list domains. And you'll also get the last login details on a per user basis. We've got the facility of OTP-based password reset by users, for which the user's mobile number has to be given to admin. So in our service, you can allocate space on a per user basis. So it's not a fixed allocation. And we provide full customer support by email, by telephone, and also by WhatsApp for emergencies. So the product is continuously under new development. We are adding new features. We are adding features like from line matching, mail recall from admin, and also automatic copy of mails will go to a specified BCC ID in admin. So we also have a more sophisticated file storage facility, which is something like Google Drive or Dropbox. And that comes with facilities like folder sharing and access controls. So that means you can create folders, give access to either groups, so which could be departments or specific users. You've got link sharing with expiry, so you can put all your files or a particular file in this service and send a link to the recipient instead of sending large attachments. And these links will auto expire. You can password protect them and so on. You can view and edit standard Office formats. There is a mobile app for syncing with mobiles. This can be mounted as a drive on your system. Okay. Or you can use a utility like WinSCP. So all this means that you can simply double click and edit files. And of course, there's a browser-based interface available to access your files and folders, create sharing, give permissions, and so on. It's got full text search, and you can manage quota for the users. And of course, it's fully supported. Yeah, so this is it basically, a quick presentation and our features. Thank you.